If state leaders like yourself have agreed to give workers certain things, why should you take it back just because the economy is not doing well for the state of Illinois?
Well, we are hoping to pass a bill today which will reform our pension system, which is the worst funded in the nation.
Do you and Representative Madigan feel personally responsible for the financial decisions that have led the state into this mess?
Well, I think there's shared sacrifice or shared blame to go around because we have collectively underfunded the pension system.
Early on, some saw you as a hustler. What is the biggest change in your life over the last 15 years to change all that?
I think that I don't think that you change that. I think everybody that's ever been a civil rights leader, they tried to make a hustler.
Gay marriage is a hot issue, and you don't talk about that because you say that it's not in the Bible, gay marriage. But there are things in the Bible that we don't teach, like slavery. So where do you find that balance?
You know, it's a tough issue that people of faith, face today, because I don't think that we see gay marriage in the Bible. I don't think anybody that really studies it would. But you know what? We're not against anybody.
Good for him. All right, here it is.
Yeah.
Big trouble with Hall and Oates. A bloody battle. Hall told cops that he was bitten by Oates during an argument Sunday night. Hall suffered a significant injury above his left eye. But wait a minute, we at WGN have learned that you have to sift through all the details to really figure out whether you have a story.
We have learned that?
Yeah. It turns out the bloody battle was between Hall and Oates, Scott Hall and Roger Oates of Ohio.
Oh, no.
Roger Oates bit a chunk of skin almost completely off of Scott Hall. So while Daryl and John have nothing to do with the bloody battle, the two Halls and Oateses have achieved fame thanks to a man-eater. Kim Jong-un's Missile Palooza has made him a household name in the last couple of weeks. He took over for his dad, who passed over. The oldest son, Kim Jong-nam, got passed over. Why? Well, it all goes back to Kim Jong-nam taking a family trip to Disneyland in Tokyo, where he embarrassed the supreme leader back home. First, he used a fake Dominican passport with his name, Pang Xiong, which translates to Fat Bear. Japanese authorities detained him. While he has not officially defected from North Korea, the Fat Bear has been forced into hibernation in China. He frequents Macau, the adult Disneyland of Asia, for compulsive gamblers, boozers, and fornicators. He didn't attend his dad's funeral. He reportedly is against family-run countries and thinks North Korea must change or perish, which in a way makes the gambling Fat Bear the smart brother. But because he desperately wanted to meet Cinderella, we're stuck with Goofy.
Wow.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah.
You're an evangelical, now you're a Muslim, yet you say you're still a follower of Jesus. Can you sort of explain that?
Well, that's the whole reason that I wrote the book, actually, is to say that just Jesus the man, regardless of what else you may think that he is, whether he's the Messiah or the Son of God or God incarnate, just Jesus the man and the basic outlines of his life story are worthy of knowing and following.
So is it your feeling that Jesus and his disciples set out to fulfill the prophecies purposely? Did the gospel writers fulfill it for him after the fact, or a combination of the both?
Well, there are so many prophecies about who the Messiah is supposed to be, and so many of them in conflict, and there's no question that Jesus and his disciples set out to fulfill some of those,